wants to pop on there. Let's see if it pops this time. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I am not popping. I'm not popping up on there. I
You're
don't
not
know what's coming
popping.
up. Yeah, I'm not popping
Oh,
anymore. I'm
let's
looking now.
see.
This is so because I'm showing that
Let
I'm
me
on
look. It shows
air.
that we're live.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's there.
there it
It's
is.
there.
There it is. It's popped now. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know what that issue was. Let me just check this audio real.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Roll, let's re-roll. Okay, guys, for the second take too, we are here for What's Your Safe Word Wednesday, the Wednesday in which we get together, and we are now 20 minutes late. Thank you, technical difficulties, for adding on to this, an extra 5 minutes onto there. YouTube, I'm shaking my fist at you. The What's Your Safe Word Wednesday is the Wednesday in which we meet a little later in the evening. We dim the lights. We throw a red veil over the lips and get a little kinky up in here. Um, and we discuss smut plugs. We get dirty. We get dirty in this bitch.
Dirty, delicious, delirious.
Yeah. A little ditzy. Okay.
Little bit.
Um,
It's
a
me.
little
I'm
dum dum.
this.
um, Today we are discussing Nocticadia by Keri Lake. And as we were discussing our safe words, goes to you once again.
Mine is meh for mediocre because that's what this was, and yours was.
Mine is moth for Matthew. Because there's so many moths in this, like there's also worms. And that would have been great as a safe word because you're doing it with somebody and you're like you yell worms, they're gonna go hold up, wait a minute. They are going to they're gonna yoink themselves out so fast. They're gonna be like worms. Those are worse than crabs. What's going on? But no, it is moth for Matthew, as in Mothman. Mothman's full name, Matthew. Um,
We heart you, Mothman. Come visit us. Hearts.
come
Hand
take
heart.
me away. Um, so we're gonna get in. We're gonna get into this book, discussing not only the summary, but the premise of it, but our thoughts on this book. And there are thoughts. We have the thoughts. And for the last couple weeks, we've been trying to save our thoughts for the stream. And as we have been slogging through this book, the thoughts have come tumbling out. Like we have not. Listen, I picked this book. I am at fault, and I don't regret it because I have been wanting to read this book forever. Okay, forever, ever. So I, you know,
I'm glad we
I don't
read
regret
it.
it.
At the end of the day,
Yeah,
I'm glad we read it. Yeah.
I'm glad we read it and got it of the way.
Hmm.
I feel like that was the smart thing to do. Maybe as our first book.
Hmm.
With
Yeah.
only 6 views, 6 followers, ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you are watching this at any point, um, if you don't follow, you smell. You're the smelly kid. You
Yeah.
stink.
A curse on you, a curse on your mama, a curse on your granny, a curse on you.
Yeah, basically. You're the smelly kid.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I let's get into the synopsis. Ghosty, would you like to take it, or would you like me to?
I can start us off. Do we want to load into the escape room while we get into it?
Yeah, let's do
All
that.
right. I'm
Guys,
preparing my island.
we've been so delayed, so lagged. We were like, what are we gonna do? And last week we talked about, or not last week, last stream, we talked about doing Minecraft. We came to the decision tonight. We
We
are
didn't want to.
so behind. Yeah, we're so behind, and also didn't really. That would have been a disaster.
The fact of the matter is, this book just wasn't good enough to warrant a sit down, super calm, lengthy conversation. I didn't have enough notes. I don't know if you did, but I certainly wouldn't have been able to fill the time doing a game like that. It just wasn't good
No,
enough. I hate to say
no,
it, it
no.
just wasn't good enough.
It wasn't. It was not.
So, first of all, what was
Um,
your overall rating for the book, do you think? What was your overall rating for the book, and what was your overall rating for the smut?
um, okay. So I would probably go ahead and give this book. Sorry, I know I scared the fuck out of you, Ghosty, because you're probably like, "What is that?" I ended up putting. I see. I love this. Here's we're gonna start with a positive. I love books that include playlists.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see one in a book and I start the book and I think about it in the moment, I will pop up in my Spotify and I will either find the playlist I already made or I will make one of my own.
Mm-hmm.
I have it all organized like in a little, you
I
know,
love that. Yeah.
playlist file.
As an audiobook girly, I am often robbed of that because they don't tell you in the audiobook, like, just so you know, there's a playlist. So unless I think to Google it, I'm often robbed of it. I'm gonna have to make a
Yeah.
note to look those up every time.
Yeah, yeah. I love that's a big thing for me is and probably why I'm not an audiobook girly is because I am a listen to the playlist
Mm-hmm.
quietly, softly, so softly that I can barely tell it's there in the background while I am reading.
Mm-hmm.
Only because my ADHD will not allow it for it to be too loud. That's why I can't do audiobooks. And wait, which team are we on? Which
I think we get to choose.
let's just like we'll go red
Let
to
me
get in the red
in.
room.
Oh my god, it won't let me go with you. You guys.
No, I don't like these. I hate these.
It won't let me go
No,
with you. My Sheila.
God, why?
No. My baby. My Sheila. My
I
wife.
just I
My
tried to like
wife.
slide.
Oh
My
my
wife. Okay, I think if
god.
we.
I gotta find a
I,
key. Is the key on your
I
side?
don't.
I
I don't like
don't
this.
know. Do
I
I
have to
find a
find
different
wood.
one? Or we
I
can
have
do
to
that?
find wood. Wait.
Wait, do I have wood?
I don't
I
know
didn't
my
have wood
face.
reading this, I'll tell you that much. So,
Yeah.
what was your overall
Okay.
rating for it?
I would give it a 3. That's. I feel like you're looking at me like a 3.
No,
What's
I
that?
gave it a 3 as well, actually. I gave it a 3. It wasn't a bad book, it just wasn't a good book, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I have the wood over here, and I think you have the key.
What? Girl, I'm about to say.
Let's find a different
Find
one.
another one.
We don't
Yeah.
want to
Okay.
use our
Cause
brains. Our brains are busy dissecting this trash book,
yeah,
this
I
mediocre
want
book.
something simple. I might just put us in a. You know what? We said an escape room, but damn, I'm about to say
What
a
is it?
parkour. Might be a little bit
A
better.
parkour is fine.
Yeah, this one over here, she gets nauseous with the parkour. So,
I do. I get motion sick.
I have to find my favorites. How do you find those again? Fortnite has changed so much about
Hmm.
how you look for things
The
that I'm like,
layout, everything. Yeah, it's confusing.
do you know how to get to your favorites?
Um,
What the hell?
no,
Oh, maybe it's in like
no.
categories. Okay. Following. Maybe perchance, perhaps. Please, may I have my favorites? Please, there it is. Please, um, you guys get to see my favorites. I love that for you. Anyways, um,
What did you give the overall smut?
okay, the smut for me, this is gonna be a little surprising. I give the smut, I think, more of a 3.5 to a 4. That was the part that was enjoyable for me.
Hmm.
Was actually the smut. It was not the. It wasn't so much the plot.
Hmm.
I felt like the smut was decent.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I felt like
Yeah.
the smut was.
When there was a scene. I gave this one overall
Yeah.
a 4. That was for the scenes that we had, but my actual rating is a 2. I don't know why people are giving this book a 4. It was a 2. Why? Because I think there was like 5 scenes in the whole book. That was not a smut book, you guys. That was not a smut book. That was a science fiction book with some smutty scenes in it towards the
Right.
end.
Yeah.
Like, so overall I'm giving it a 2, but the scenes that we did get were a 4. They were delicious. They were tasty. We love a good edging, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not getting this Lego parkour that we used to have on my favorites. I'm gonna type it in. Yeah, I just don't. I the smut for me was it was nothing to write home about, but it was better
Mhm.
than the actual plot. And
Mhm.
okay, so here's the thing. Um, just as so like as a brief synopsis of the book, Nocticadia is a um it's a dark academia, dark romance. So we have Lilia, who is a struggling college student living in poor section of town. Her mother has tragically passed away mysteriously,
Mhm.
and the events of which have traumatized her because there are these worms. Her
Mhm.
mother has tried to drown her sister. She saves her sister. You know, and as her mom is dying, these worms escape her body, and she discovers her mom her mom um, was part of a research experiment at the local Dracadia University, and so
Which
for me the
we should say, not to cut you off, I apologize. We probably should have said it at the beginning, but it should go without saying, honestly, spoilers. We're going to spoil the hell out of this book. And also this book does have some triggers, so if you need to Google those triggers and mind your own triggers, we're all adults here. You go do that and then come back if you feel comfortable. But we are going to spoil the shit out of this book for you. So if you
yeah
weren't prepared for that, get out of here now. Okay, go ahead.
yeah um so spoilers ahead. She gets an invitation um, to join the next semester at Jacadia University, and she's like, well, damn, what the hell did I do to deserve this? She's like, I wrote this research paper, and it was based on my mom, but it was all fictionalized, and somebody at the university is like, hey, this girl knows all about this worms and this mysterious you know uh what's the word I'm thinking of here, like not disease, but like these worms, they infect, they're like parasites. That's the word I'm
Parasites, yeah.
thinking of. They're parasites, and they infect the body, they infect the mind, and they cause you to do all kinds of wacky wild shit. And I would like her mom, trying to kill her sister.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So it's like she's like, well, my mom died, and I want to make it my life's mission to
Figure
figure
out
out
what this
why.
disease was. How do I fix it? How do I stop this from happening to anybody else? And what even was
Yeah,
this? Because nobody believes her.
right. So damn, you like took off. I'm over here like doing the
Sorry.
synopsis, and I'm just not. Like I can't think, and what is this? Yeah. So she ends up attending Jacadia University, which again is supposed to be this dark academia, like almost Ivy League institution set on this small island off of the coast of Maine. And so she ends up accepting, she's actually prodded into going by her friend Jada, who helps her get the money together
Hmm.
to pay for her sister's tuition, because her sister is so traumatized by the events that had unfolded that she has to go to a special school, and she is partially financially responsible.
And we
And
love
in
a
order
girl's
to
girl. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jada.
So Jada helps get the money together for her to go. And, here she goes off to Jacadia, across on a little train. Like, it's almost very, like, I could tell that it wanted to be Hogwarts-esque, like, in its description, but it failed. Oh, we have to do math. But
I
it failed.
stopped. I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna sit here for a second. Keep going." It's like minus
But,
and plus, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
but it's, but she ends up, she ends up on this Hogwarts-esque train to Jacadia. I
Hmm.
will say, like there's a lot of words in this book that are very similar, like Nocticadia, Dracadia, Noctisomnia. Like
Hmm.
everything is very similar, almost in a way that's a little. Whew, I fell off. A little much. There's a lot of
Hmm.
muchness in this. You're almost like you couldn't think of anything different. Like everything's same, same, same.
I felt the
You
writing
know.
overall was very lazy, to be honest.
So here she goes off and away on her little dark over to Chickadee University, where she is enrolled in advanced courses. And one of those courses is with the sexy and delicious Deverick Bramwell.
Dr.
I liked,
Death.
yeah, Dr. Death. I actually liked Dr. Death. I liked him as a character. Whoa,
Hmm.
whoa. Clearly that you're not supposed to step on the red part of this. It's been a long time since I played this one. Um, yeah, you did. You died. See? Okay. I actually liked him as a character more than the main female character, but
Yeah.
it is her mission to work with Dr. Bramwell to become his lab assistant because he is responsible for the research on the worms that infected the parasites that infected and killed her mother. So, as you can see, there's a whole mystery, within this, um, and it's Lilia feels like it's her responsibility to avenge her mom's death, to discover why this happened, and to fix it so it never happens to anyone else.
Hmm.
And it is Dr. Death's mission to,
Be a hunka
because he
hunka.
is, yeah, to be a hunka hunka, while also at the same time, um, kind of be the foil to her plans. He does not want. He is like, why are you here? Why are you in my class? Like, what? What are you doing?
Hmm.
But then he quickly finds himself drawn to her. The whole, I don't know why I'm drawn to her, but I
You're
am.
so forbidden, and that's so delicious.
Yeah, like, I don't know why I want to, but I do. My dear, go away. No, come back. No, um, so, so yeah. I would say overall, I don't want to give too much away. We're going to discuss spoilers, but that's the general. Am I missing much here?
No, not really. That's the gist of it. Yeah. Um, there's an element of a secret society that was kind of cool. I wish we would have gotten more about that. Um, I will say overall, I felt this book had some good bones. It had potential. It had bones. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But it was thin. The world building lacked so much. There's an element of a secret society that we really learn nothing about, and yeah, I don't know. I think you hit all the. Oh my god, I just died
What
again.
is
I
that?
think you hit the plot points pretty perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is what I mean by okay. This is a book based on, again. So dark academia. We're talking Ivy League colleges and secret societies and dark, shadowy libraries, and I felt like there was some of that, but I didn't get the vibe of that. Like
Mhm.
it was told more than it was shown to
Yes, that
me.
is the point I was going to make as well. I completely agree with you. It's a lot of exposition crammed into small sections with very thin world building in between, very thin storytelling in
Yeah.
between. It wasn't, it didn't flow, it didn't build, it didn't, not even the tension between the FMC and the MMC, like the two main characters, the love interests. We didn't, for a quote, slow burn romance, it really wasn't a slow burn romance. It was we don't even speak to each other and now we're fucking. We see
Yeah.
each other twice and now we're fucking. And that was a so-called slow burn romance. I don't know.
Yeah. It felt like there wasn't enough push pull. It felt like you said, like, yeah, I'm tolerating you a little bit. There's not a whole lot of like, I hate you, get out of my, like he doesn't
Mhm.
necessarily be like, I hate you, but he could have been a little more decisively anti
Mhm.
the female main lead. He
Yeah,
could have been a little more like,
he didn't resist all that hard, honestly.
and there's a point in which it's like they're not interacting a whole lot, and then all of a sudden it's I can't take my eyes off of you in
Mhm.
class, and it's
But
like,
you never showed us that.
yeah, that
I
was
mean, we get the
never.
smallest glimpse of that in the scene where she, spoiler alert, is flicking her bean on camera in the classroom. That scene was kind of hot. I liked that one. Um, but other than that, we don't see anything really build. Hi, Gueso. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're ready to listen to some dirty, dirty smut talk. Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't any tension. There wasn't any seduction or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, which I will say, for those listening, so the scene we're talking about, remember I said Lilia is a struggling um, college student,
Hmm.
and she is responsible for her sister's tuition to this special academy that she attends because of her mental health issues. And she wants to keep her sister there because she loves her sister. She's like, this is, it's this falls on my shoulders. This is what my mom would have wanted me to take care of her. And she comes to discover that Connor, who's her sister's father, has been not making the payments
Oh
for
yeah, spoiler
for
alert, they're only half siblings and that will matter later in the story.
Yeah. Um, and so she finds that it's her responsibility, and when she finds that Connor is not making his half of the payments, Jada gives her the idea to upload naughty videos of her finger banging. No
In
face,
public.
no, no, completely anonymous. But the draw is that it has to be somewhere public,
And the
and she's
payout
doing
is fat, y'all. I want to know if that's a real website for a friend.
$900.
For
Then again,
like
I will say she's in a schoolgirl type skirt.
yeah.
She's in the middle of a classroom where Dr. Bramwell is giving this lecture. You know,
And also her
and
friend who had done it first that gives her the thing, she had done it and she had gotten $200 on her video and she was pregnant in a supermarket parking lot, y'all. So I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I still want to know if this is a real website for a friend, not for me.
Um, so in the middle of Dr. Bramwell's lecture, her phone flies out of her hand, and Dr. Bramwell, who is very against anyone recording in his classrooms, lest he, like confiscate the phone.
Why would she pick that
Um,
classroom, by the way? She has multiple classes.